Well, hello, everybody.
Hello.
We go live and she goes silent. Well, welcome to the live stream. We'll try this out.
Mm-hmm.
We already have a couple comments from earlier. So happy for you both.
Thank you.
And then LMW says, I can remember my wife when my wife first saw the snow. And you guys live really close to us, actually.
Yeah.
North Utah, because we're in southern Idaho. Distractions. Well, anyway, so this live stream, we're trying to have it focused on the visa, the
Are we gonna
K1
wait?
visa.
Are we gonna wait till someone show up?
Well, it's live, so people can rewind if they want to.
Oh, there's 11 people.
11 people have showed up already. So if you guys have questions, leave them in the comments, and we can pull them onto screen just like this, and we can answer your questions. So but we figured we'd have this live stream kind of be about the visa, and because
John.
we applied like almost a year ago. No, it was over a year ago.
That was July 23.
So not quite a year ago.
Not
And
yet.
it took the whole time. It ended up going faster than we thought, and then that's why I was traveling back and forth until we got approved. It got approved in 7 months, the first stage, and then I came back from this last trip, and we just were doing everything to finalize the paperwork so she could go have her embassy interview, and then she's here now. So she's been here 3 days, 4 days.
It took eight months, I think, to finish everything. Yeah, 8 months. Hi,
There's
John.
John. Hello, John.
I know you know that I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I know you know.
John, I don't know. Do you want to? I don't know if you want to share about.
Joy, do you like the snow? Oh my goodness.
Hold on, let's put it on screen.
Do I like the snow? Oh, I don't like the snow either. I'm sorry. I know
we weren't expecting snow at all, but we drove through the California mountains up north, and there was a blizzard. And so these shots in the background behind us are from when I picked her up from the airport, and we had to put on chains and to get over this mountain, and people were sliding off the road, and she's just in shock like that the whole time.
Yeah, actually, I was shocked for the first time when I show up in the airport. I don't expect it, but I was like, it's so cold. When I came out in the airport, I'm freezing. Like, oh.
Yeah, and it wasn't super cold, but it was freezing to you because you didn't have very heavy clothes on. She's like, I have a jacket, but it was like a super paper thin jacket. Bob says, hey guys, glad to see you made it to the U.S.
Yes. Yeah, thank you, Bob. Yeah, it's scary.
Welcome to the United States, Joy.
Thank you.
Congrats. Thank you. Thanks, guys. So, I don't know if we have any specific questions about the visa, but you guys are more than welcome to ask Joy anything. She's been getting a lot of texts from people online asking about embassy interviews and everything, what it took to prepare, and she's been answering a lot. So we figured we'd do a live stream so she can answer everybody on here as well.
So glad to see you are safe and made it to the U.S.
Yes, thanks, John.
Yes, thank you, John. I know you've been updated because you've been in my Facebook, though.
Where are you staying and for how long? Glad you made it. We're in southern Idaho, in Pocatello, and so it doesn't look like this behind us, but yeah, we're here in my house basically, and Joy's already changed it and made it way better than it's ever been. So yeah, it's all good.
Yes, we made it.
And she has her K1 visa, which means it's for people who are engaged, and we have 3 months to get married in the United States before it expires. So we have to be married, otherwise she gets shipped back.
I need to get married before July 31 end.
Yeah.
Because that's my passport stamp from the U.S. immigration.
Yeah, then it'll be expired.
Yes, we do.
We did. And we don't want to make this into a giant promotion, but I did put the link to the company that we used, and it is a little pricey, but Joy is super happy that she did it because she was talking to a lot of other women that were going through the process, and Joy had it kind of the easiest out of everybody because of the lady that helped her and helped us that we paid for.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested, link in the description. It's our affiliate link too, so we'll get a little cut. But it's highly recommended. I would use them if you're doing this.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
people can fill out paperwork on their own, but I'm glad we did it.
And I think it's more easier when you have agencies that help you with everything. It's more easier than DIY.
It's just so much stuff that you just don't have any experience knowing the right and wrong approach to anything, and so having someone that can help you package together things the correct way with the experience that they have, it was so helpful. And then they helped her through the interview by giving her mock interviews and everything like that.
We have mock interview to prepare ourselves for the final interview.
This guy says, how was the interview? How long was it? How many people did you talk to? How quick did you guys get it by mail, and how and where did you get the CFO?
My interview took like 10 minutes. Usually it's like 5 to 10 minutes though. It depends on the question. But before the day of my embassy interview, I had mock interview that it's 1 to 70 question. It's not all the question they will ask you, but it's possible that they pick question there. So you can familiarize if they ask you and the immigration, which has helped me a lot. And first, when you get in the embassy, they had it's 3-step. So they had Filipino, consul, and the first they're the one will interview you and gathering some of your requirements. And then second, you have to go for a biometric. And then the final one, it's a foreigner, consul.
And he was scary.
Yeah, actually, my experience on Filipino consul, she's very nice and very polite. And the biometric lady, it makes me scared because she's like loud.
And she just is taking pictures and fingerprints, right?
Oh yes, she's it's just a fingerprints.
Fingerprints.
And then the final one, it makes me like really nervous. Like I don't know how to smile in front of him because the way he look at me is like it's like he's trying to. I don't know how to explain, guys, but for me it's scary. But you can't compare because everyone they has their own experience, and not all of them are scary though. It depends. Maybe they're just tired because my time it's 9:30. They usually start early though.
So by the time they get to certain people later in the day, they're tired and they're
I think they're
annoyed with
tired
people.
and they're hungry because they had to finish and all of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all I can tell to everybody is it's better not to look YouTube thing because you're gonna fit this silly question in your mind and it makes you scared.
Yeah, it kind of just makes you stress out because you're like, some people are like, oh, I had little cuts on my arms, and so they didn't let me pass because they thought I was suicidal, and so we extended this. And other people are like, oh, I couldn't pass because of this thing, and so you're worried, like, because you have little cuts on your hands from.
Actually, the part you have to be worried is your medical, because if you didn't pass your medical, you won't go through in your interview.
Yeah.
Because the medical is the most important, and they had to make sure that you don't have like suicidal attempt or some psychiatrist problem before. They had to make sure that. And that's also, it's hard to have to get sputum because it takes 2 months, I think, to.
Sputum is if they say you have something wrong
in your
we need
lungs.
to have more tests.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean, guys, that you're sick. No, they just wanted to make sure that you're healthy.
Yeah. Okay, we'll have to get moved to the next questions. So how quick
Oh,
did we
this
get in the mail? Basically, the next day they texted you and said, "Here's your CFO. It's on the way." Right?
yeah, the CFO guys.
Oh, not the CFO, but the
Uh,
approval that came the next. That was like the next
the
day.
approval of my visa, I think it's 3 days. They said like two weeks to
Yeah,
1 week to
but
2 weeks.
ours came really soon.
But mine, it's really, it's really soon to come in. Like I got surprised, and then my
Mhm.
CFO, yeah, I got my CFO that day that I went there. It was 4 hours seminar and one-on-one counseling.
And that's when they asked you the most questions.
Well, the CFO, they had a lot of questions. It's like you have to prove it.
It's like pre-marriage counseling and
Yeah.
training, pretty much.
Yes.
They're trying to make sure that you're not
They're trying
expecting the wrong things.
Yeah, they're trying to ask you a lot of things about your fiance. If how sure are you that he's not gonna change when you're here in the US? So you have to answer that. Like I think they had some reason why they're not giving some certificate to other people, to other ladies, because they need a specific question. Like they summarize it, you know, like they ask you something if your fiance support you, a lot of things, and how he will support you, that he has to have now he gonna have two families, and you have to answer that, and you have the it's like you have to convince them that there's nothing happen, and they will ask you about the place, um what about the place, what do you know about there, is your partner telling you about everything there, so you have to answer all of that. But yeah, it depends on the CFO instructor though, but once you get it, it's very quick. It's digital, so you pay, and based on what I hear, that's not expensive though, because I hear they said like it's expensive now. It's just like 30 pesos when I got there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So don't just listen what other people say until, you know.
It's hard though because people are curious.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
I guess.
I'm here from Australia. I don't have any specific questions on visas, but is Joy's child with
Kasama
you?
with. No, my child is not with me, but we're planning to petition it. But
Yeah.
what I hear in the embassy, they said it's easier if you have K2, like included your child. It's easier to bring here. That's what's the foreign consul told me. Or he told me like after a year I need to start petitioning my daughter, so it's easier for us to get her here.
Yeah.
Welcome
to the Rocky Mountains. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Summer's coming, Joy.
Oh my goodness. No.
It's true. It is. She
Summer's
doesn't
gonna.
believe it yet. She thinks America's all cold.
Actually, guys, I thought it was summer already, so I was kind of like, oh, it's okay, it's summer there. But when I came out in the airport, oh my goodness, it's not summer anymore.
I didn't expect it either.
And when I saw there was snowy mountain in North California, I was like, okay. Okay, I found another survey that is cheaper, so I'm curious if we're going through them.
Yeah, well, good. I think as long as you have a service, it's good.
Yeah.
But there was people who had other services too, and they're like, how'd you get that?" And you're like, "My lady did it, my agent."
Well, actually, my agent, she's very accommodating, and she's super
amazing.
nice, and she does everything for me. It feels like I didn't do anything, only
Yeah.
like I just review my paperwork.
So you can't did it all himself, no problems. Oh, COVID delays. If we're ever in Colorado, okay, we will. Thanks for the invite.
My wife,
Oh, I gotta put it on screen.
my wife just got approved in her immigration visa 2 hours.
Oh,
And
wow.
wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
That's exciting.
it's very smooth though. Like you have to be just be yourself, not to be um nervous or think a lot of things. I think the wrong that I did is I was focusing on one question like what should I tell them if they ask me this and that. So after when I'm done with my interview, guys, I got really sick. I have to run in my hotel, and as soon as I open my door, I go straight to the bathroom and I threw up. Like I'm so sick. My head is so hurt because I think I was thinking too much. Like a lot of question that they didn't ask to me.
Yep.
Yeah, they asked like don't expect that they gonna ask that to you like all the questionnaires not.
Yeah, we had a list of 70 something questions, and so you were memorizing all.
Yeah.
You were practicing it every day as if they're going to ask all these questions, and then they asked. They didn't even ask hard questions. The lady was like, "So, are you going to live at this address?" Blah 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 blah, and she said it, and you were like, "Yeah."
Yeah, actually, my Filipino consul, she's so nice to me, like really nice. When she asked, like, who is your petitioner? And when she looked my paperwork, she's like, oh, it's your fiance. And I didn't say anything. And then she's like, um, who's the name of your petitioner? And the only thing I said just Jason Brubaker. And then she asked some question like, is this your address? And then she read it for me. And then like, it's very easy for me because I don't say anything.
You're just like, yes.
I was like, yes. And then she's like, okay. She's very polite because she's like, okay, have a nice day. Good luck to you. Welcome. You know. But the foreign consul, that's uh, scary to me. Like, he asked question and I'm so nervous. Like, I'm shaking. But they only asked, like, I think 6 questions they only asked to me. Like, are you a terrorist? Or do you serve in military service? And the answer is yes or no. So it's easy. Or what's the job of your fiance? Then I said as artist, and he said, what kind of artist? And I said comic artist.
You're giving away too much information.
No, because you have to answer the question. Oh no. I mean, they had to know though. But that's very basic. It's very basic.
Don't give too much information.
But it's very basic, guys.
I'm sure you guys are nice, but
I know.
Who knows? The other guy over there isn't. We don't need a weird stalker for joy. So, like, how long from start to finish? How long did it take to get you to the U.S.? So it was.
In total, I think in total.
Well, we went and started the process when I was there the first time.
A month ago.
No, when I was.
No, when you left, I started all of it.
When it take to get you to the no, well, they're meaning from start to finish. So when we first applied for, like, started doing the paperwork to petition you, about a year, because it was April last year.
Well, April last year, but we just applied it. It didn't go through yet. So,
but we still started at that.
Yeah, we started at April though, but we received a letter.
The letter saying they've received it in
July. Say July.
Yeah.
But the time that when we get approved in USCIS, it's 7 months, and then it just took 1 month for me to finish everything.
Yeah, after I got back.
Yeah, when he come back, I does my medical, 2 days medical, and then my mock interview and final interview, and then my CFO, and then I fly here.
Yeah, it was a lot of things that last month. It was just every day we were kind of putting things together, or you were going to get the Cinemar, or you were going to get the this or that paperwork, or
yeah, yeah, you have to be ready for your Cinemar if you're single, and NBI, you get that when you got approved because they need 6 months before it expire. It's just easy to get it.
Yeah.
So birth certificate, be ready for
Mhm.
your birth certificate. We started in first July 22. You guys
Who is this
started
from?
July 22.
Hi, but so you decide to live in America? Happy to see you again. Well, it's mainly because my kids are here, and so I have a preteen and a teenager, and so we're kind of stuck being here until the kids are a little older, and then at that point, that's when we'll start. We're going to try to go back and forth to the Philippines regularly, but not as much as I've been, but because we want to move there in about 5 years. So that's the plan. So Joy will just have to brave the winters until then.
Oh yes, I have to.
Congratulations to you both. Been through the same process. My wife's been here for 3 years now. Best decision ever made. Give time to adjust and y'all have a good life together. Thank you.
Yeah, there's culture shock on me. Like,
Yeah, it's funny. She's very quiet. She's thinking about all kinds of stuff. I'm like, what are you absorbing right now? She's like, it's so big.
yeah,
This
everything
is
here,
big.
like everything here, guys, is so big. Like like for example, the eggplant, the onions.
Hey, Jim. Good to see you
Hello.
here.
But
Let's
their
see.
my HR is very good filing government forms. Wow, that's good.
Sorry, we'll
That's
have to read them out
good.
loud. Okay, we're just clicking on everything.
What?
What kinds of issues will keep you from getting the medical approved? From what we understand, if someone seems depressed or suicidal, that will just be a denial.
Yeah, we did physical exam for our eyes, and um, they also check with the body. They do like our hands like this, and they check everything, and they roll. So I think when they notice something that you have got or you have psychiatrist history, that's more trigger to them. They don't want, they have to send you to their psychiatrist to make sure that you're fine. And then,
And then
well,
lung stuff too, for whatever reason. Something with your lungs is a
yeah,
bad thing.
sputum test is mainly for tuberculosis. That's also they want to make sure that you don't have that. It doesn't mean when you get sputum, it's you're sick. They just wanted to make sure because sometimes the result or the X-ray is blurred and they can't really tell. And I think you have to relax yourself when you do your medical test because they said when you're depressed and stressed, it's also happens sometimes.
Hmm.
You know, and of course you have to pray for it.
Yeah, and then they don't let you open it up.
And
Like nothing that you're allowed to open up yourself. You have to bring it to the place and then they open it up.
and they will give you in the day one of your medical, you don't know what's going on because they just gonna give you on the white paper is like a receipt that you paid, but they're not gonna say any. They're not gonna say like if you pass or no. You had no idea. If they say like, okay, come back tomorrow, then I still don't know what's going on that day. So I came back. That's how I find out that I'm gonna undergo for immunization. So I had immunization too.
Yeah, all your shots. And then you kind of knew that you passed even though they didn't tell you that.
If they tell you like immunization, but they said if you have if you get sputum, they will give you a yellow paper. That's what they said, but I didn't
Oh, now
know.
you're gonna make some people worried. They're gonna go into there all stressed out now.
No, you don't be
Don't
stressed
stress
out,
them out.
guys.
What
Hey,
questions did they ask you, by the way? Welcome to the USA. So, do you remember some of the questions they asked
question for what on
in the
the
interview?
an embassy?
Yeah.
Well, it's very simple. Like, who is your petitioner? Um, what's the name of your petitioner? Are you a terrorist? Are you do you serve military? Do you know that you can bring your child? It's more easier. I just like yes. And then I said,
Yes.
and the terrorist, I said no. And the military, I said no. And then they just asked about work. And then, what's the other one? And then after that, they gave me pamphlets, two pamphlets, and they said, "Yeah, read this because there is the rule and regulation here in America." And then he said, "Your visa has been approved, but it is not even smiling."
And you were about ready to smile, and they
And
looked at you glaringly, and you're like, ah!
I was about like, I'm so happy to hear that. But when I look at him and he looked at me, I was like, it's just. But I'm happy because I make it.
Yeah. What's going on, kiddos?
Good to see you.
How's the paperwork going, and where are you both now? We're in Idaho. She made it to America. Paperwork is all done, so all we have to do is get married before your visa expires,
Yes.
and then she won't get kicked out. So that's the plan.
My Filipino wife got citizenship 1 month ago. Wow! Congratulations.
A lot of people getting it.
I'm about to start the process in Cambodia. There's no video about this.
Yeah.
I don't think given in Cambodia you have to do the interview in the embassy though.
Yeah, that's all American.
It's all
process.
like in the U.S. The U.S. is very strict, like tourist, spousal visa, K2, fiancé visa, or petition from their kids. So I don't think you guys will undergo for interview for Cambodia.
Will this be the permanent place of residence, or are you going to go back and forth from time to time? This will be mostly the permanent residence for the next 5 years or so, and then we'd like to go back there and continue to just scout around, and then also continue doing what we haven't even released on our YouTube channel yet, which we'll talk about later. But so we it's just kind of laying groundwork for that kind of for stuff that we're trying to do over there. And so ideally we'd want to be able to go back and forth, but we'd have to stay here more because of my kids. And well, it's kind of going to just be a slow process of getting everything set up for eventually moving there.
Do you need family book in the Philippines?
And if your child is in the family book, do you need proof of divorce? Yeah, the Cinemar is proof of divorce, or proof of being single.
The Cinemar is when you're being single. Yeah. But I think if the Filipina is divorced in the Philippines, she has to prove that. I don't think so. There's no divorce in the Philippines, though.
I needed proof of my divorce, and she needed proof of being single.
Yeah, he sent the divorce decree. That's the one embassy took it.
Yeah. And you do need family pictures. So one of the first steps is to really go there to the Philippines and spend time and take a lot of pictures with family, pictures together in different locations, receipts of hotels and air travel and stuff together. Yeah. It's proof of the relationship.
They're not gonna ask all of that, but it's better to be ready, because sometimes when they think like you're suspicious, they will ask more documents. So just be ready for all those documents. I have like really big folder that I carry with me. There's a lot of documents in it.
Yeah. Should you have petitioned your child with you first time? I petitioned fiance and my non-biological daughter from the start. I don't know. I think it probably, I just don't know. I didn't know what to do. and her daughter was with her
Ac-
parents, and
Actually,
so it just seemed like, for me, it seemed like the first stage would be getting her here, and then it'd be easier to get her daughter here once she's here. That
yeah,
was my thought.
and it's so hard for me, guys, because I can't decide. I can't decide just to take my daughter here with me without his father consent, because they've been connected with his father though. So I have to respect that. We need to ask permission with them, and in the embassy, they had also like they're also asking paper that my daughter's dad sign up that he allows our daughter to go with me in the
Yeah.
US. So
And in the
that's
past, she's had a lot of problems with him, like
I have a lot of problem
just
with my ex.
not
So
being cooperative, and so
yeah,
she's in a good situation now with the family, and so that's kind of our next goal once she's here, is to work out that, and try to figure out
yeah.
the
We
best way to get her here.
of course we wanted her to be here too, because I never been with her like most of the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll try.
Take her to Disneyland. Oh,
Well,
do you want to go to Disneyland?
actually, I don't really get the Disney girl. I like to go in Paris.
But you had a Disney outfit that I was like, get rid of that.
My love, that doesn't mean like if you like a Disney outfit, it doesn't mean you like to go in Disney.
Yeah, you're right. That's good. Here we go. Jay Sun says, my wife and daughter arrived in the UK November 22 during the very cold winter, and what an introduction. Next near we have to do her second visa.
After 5 years.
After 5 years, we have to apply for permanent residence. Oh, I see. I don't. You know, that's a stage that we haven't even discussed. Is do we want to get her a dual citizenship? Do we want me to have a dual citizenship? Do we want to just not worry about that? I know that there's benefits to that with retirement and getting that Social Security, but that's something that's going to be the subject of future videos that we'll have to figure out.
Yeah, we don't know yet. We're just...
Anyway, congratulations, Jason. It sounds like you guys are chugging along with some good progress.
You just found the stream.
Just found the stream. Joy, you are in the US. Yes, culture shock.
Yes, I am in the US now, and yes, you're right. I have culture shock. Like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know how to make food here because all the ingredients is very different.
Yeah, we went to the grocery store, and I was just trying to like give her an idea of what's available, and everything is different. And in her mind, she's like, "Where's the chicken? Can we just get a whole chicken? Like, why is it all packaged?"
Yeah, I am Filipina, and I used to cook, and I used to pick food, what I made. So for me, it's like very different. And the chicken here, it's already packaged, and there's smell in it.
It's smelly, yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, but there is.
It's true. I mean, it's all I've known.
But I think the way you guys do that here in our province, it's different too in Philippines.
Yeah, you just go to a store and it's lots of meat.
I was amazed on how America is very disciplined, like very nice.
Everything's very structured and clean for the most.
Yeah, it's very clean, and all the drivers very disciplined. Like, and when somebody needs help, it just be in front of your house very quick.
Yeah, she's talking about the police. We experienced something that was really weird the other day. A kid came over and he was saying, can I use your phone? And we're like, what? He's like, because my parents are fighting, and they were yelling and screaming and throwing things. And this makes it sound like I live in a horrible neighborhood. It's pretty safe here, but we let him call 911, and the police just went and just showed up in like 2 seconds. And Joy was like, wow, that's so responsive. Yeah. In the Philippines, you call 911, you call the police, and you die before they show up.
It's true though. Like the government, they're very slow. Like if there's a fire when the firefighter came, all your house is already burned before they came. And
Your house is burned down before the
yeah,
fire truck arrives.
and if there's like people that needs to be medical attention, golly, guys,
They're dead before they
before
get there.
they arrive in the hospital, they're dead already.
Yeah. Oh, welcome, Jim. You became
Hello,
a member.
thank
I appreciate
you
that.
for being.
We need to do some actual awesome member stuff.
Thank you.
I appreciate the support, though. Let's see. Great to see you here. I remember the first few days, it was hard to believe we were together in the U.S. Yeah, it still feels like kind of surreal. Like, holy cow, she's sitting there on the couch.
I was 5 days here already.
Yeah, and we do have more videos coming. Now we have to catch up on the editing for the videos still in the Philippines. We'll do a video of the whole interview process and you coming here. And then we need to like figure out some new stuff now. We'll probably just do some live streams for a bit until we're caught up.
We don't have video when he picked me up at the airport because
It was good because she was really mad.
I was mad. It's really true. I was mad because I'm freezing. I don't expect that happen though, but he got lost and then I was waiting there.
I got lost and she's freezing.
And I like my hands is like this. I was like, oh,
yeah,
I can't even hold my phone.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
In your state, why
is the video so bad? Is it bad? It's probably just bad
maybe
internet.
It's bad.
I don't know. I have a free service, so it's only like it's only half high def.
I think my wife and I are close to approval working.
Good.
Yes, well, just pray for it. I
brought to the States a teenage non-biological daughter. I don't know who told you shouldn't have sponsored her child at first. Well, no one told me that. I was just assessing the situation with her family, her daughter, the dad, and Joy and I talked about it multiple times, and that's just kind of how we decided to go forward with it. So,
well, I think I want to experience first before I'm bringing my daughter to here because this is very different. I don't want her to be like shocking, but
if you're prepared and you can help her learn and figure it out.
Yeah, I can even help myself for the first time. Like, what the heck?
Hey, from New Jersey.
Hello, Jose.
And Jim says,
beautiful couple. Thank you for the great videos and all of them.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations, bro. Looks like you got a winter. Yes, it's not snowy right here, but it still it's still a little cold. But it's going to heat up quick. I mean, we thought the snow was done.
She need to get
a gift certificate to REI and get her some Sorel boots and a heavy coat and gloves, etc.
Actually, guys, we tried to find there. We go to some store to find something, but
she doesn't want to go to get fancy. We're both like non-fancy, like we're both cheapskates, I guess you would say that.
Yeah. I don't spend a lot of money for my clothes or something, So, and plus, the size here, it's hard for me to find a size here. Like, also the clothes, guys, oh my God. My clothes here is like for a kid.
Yeah. We'll eventually figure it out. The thing we're having the most trouble with now is food, like finding Filipino ingredients. There is no stores here in this town, so there's some 3 hours away in Boise, but we're ordering a lot from Amazon basically.
But yeah, I can still cook. I'll just experiment.
Everything she's cooked has been amazing. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning from Philippines.
Wish you enjoy happiness. You deserve it. Thank
you.
I met my fiance in Christian Filipino. We are just beginning our K1 process with Filipino visa. Good. Well, good luck. I'm sure it'll work out.
Yes.
Are you a terrorist? Hmm.
Yeah, that's so funny. This when we fill up the D160, they have the question. Like
It's like
the
you would
it's
answer
about
yes.
the I was like, why do you have to ask all of this? Like different question that is not related. Like, are you um human trafficking something? Yeah, they had something like that you had to answer.
They probably just want to see your reaction, and then they just judge you based on your reaction.
Congrats.
Congrats, my just renewed my wife's B1, and it was a pain. What is the B1? Is that for
Is that for
tourists?
what? I don't
I don't
know.
know what that is, but congrats on renewing it. Sounds like the CFO is harder. It's you were way more relaxed. It was way less pressure, but it's more. They spend more time with you.
Well, on our CFO, we're like 12 person in the room. So we have like they teach us how or something happened to us in the US, what we could call like the number or where we go, what we're gonna do. About the what do you call this? The a male bride, like about male bride or something. So it's nice to listen and know all about the things happen. They also teach about like the 5 love language. So you have to find which love language do you in. And I think as long as you know uh, the answer of their question, you will be fine. It's they asked a lot of questions than in the U.S. embassy though. In my mind, I was like, "What? I already passed the U.S. embassy interview, but I didn't know that in the CFO they have one-on-one question like that. But once you make sure with them that you're safe, you're fine with your fiance, they will give you the certificate too.
And yes, they really did ask if she was a terrorist.
Yes.
That's what this guy's asking.
What?
Let's see. He said, "Sorry, I don't mean to disrespect anyone, but did they really ask if you are a terrorist?"
Well, yeah. It's one of my questions. It's one of the questions that they answered. They asked to me.
Oh, he meant K1. Okay. All right. Let's see. Filipinos are the best to travel with. Share adventures, everything. I can't wait to be back with my Filipina next month. Congrats, all the best. I believe so too. Like going there and just traveling with you was such a enjoyable experience. I was just like, I've just never had a travel buddy that was so relaxing and enjoyable, and so it was a
But
huge
not this
green
time,
flag for
guys.
me.
It's so hot in the Philippines. When I left, oh my goodness,
You were
it's
even
freaking
though you
hot.
were mad at me, and when you arrived, it was still pleasant.
What?
You're still sweet. You were just
I mean,
frustrated because
I'm
you were
just like
freezing.
that though. I'm not
Well, you're
really
just
like,
cold, is all.
okay, I'm not really
You
bad.
weren't mad. You were
Did
just
you guys do
freezing. Did you
temp
guys
visa?
do a temp visa to begin with?
What?
No,
No.
I don't.
What's
I
temp
don't know what.
visa? Visa.
I don't know all the different kinds of visas. So
And I think it's more easier if you guys like if their boyfriend or the Filipina or the foreigner that had fiance in the Philippines, it's more easy if you guys keep coming back because when the foreign consul knows the how many times your boyfriend coming back here, when is the last time, the more that you keep coming back in the Philippines, um, I think it's easier. They
yeah,
just not gonna ask so much question. That's why I have like
yeah,
6 question, and some of some of them are like they're asking me so much question and this and that.
yeah. And you were hearing some of
Mm.
the people arguing in some of the interviews too, and kind
Yeah,
of having trouble.
and even on the Filipina console, like they've been asking so much question and they ask over and over again. They just mix up. But I don't have the experience though. That's why every K1 visa or spousal visa, they have their own experience. So don't base of their experience, because one day you're gonna have your own experience too.
Congrats, my fiance will be here in California in 1 week. Congratulations. Did you buy her an
Congrats.
airline ticket with a credit card? Does the airline ask for proof of who purchased the ticket?
No.
Yeah, we didn't have that trouble. Once you get your passport and your visa sticker stuck in the passport and all your paperwork, you're pretty much good to go. And I mean,
Yeah,
I believe so. I ended up just buying a ticket as soon as I could, as soon as we got all that stuff checked off, for like 2 days later or something.
Yeah, 2 days later.
And yeah, there was no problems, no questions about anything about it, about the ticket. You had no troubles getting on.
Yeah, when I got in the airport, I just go in the check-in baggage, and then when I got there, they said, "Did you pay for a travel tax?" Then I come back there to pay the travel tax, and then I just go straight. I just give my passport to the Philippine immigration. There's more question, and the Philippine immigration guys like, that's like, I think when you pass the question, you will be fine. You can read. But they're gonna ask so much question like, "Do you have any documents?" Well, I was like, "No, that's all my documents. What you're asking for?" It's like, and then they're like, "Are you sure that you didn't open this?" I said, "No, because that's what the embassy told us. Don't open our yellow pack." And then she asked over and over again, and then she kept asking like, "Do you have travel ticket?" I said, "No, I don't have, because I'm gonna be getting married in the US." And then, yeah, Philippines are worse.
It seemed a little strange.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Sure,
Jason and Joy are getting married. I followed you guys from the start of your journey and watched every video. I can't be happier for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your support and staying with us.
Yeah, we'll try to keep putting out videos too. It's not quite as exciting to put all the work into editing when I'm not going there and doing all the Philippine stuff, but we'll try to keep doing live streams, and we'll try to do some adventures here in America so you can kind of get some experiences here. And so we'll keep doing stuff.
No, read this.
Jason, how do your kids feel about your future extended stays in the Philippines? They didn't seem to be bothered by it. My kids are really easygoing with like staying at grandparents or staying here or there. They just always have been. So when I first went there, they didn't even practically think anything of it. And then I started showing videos, the videos that I was making, and my youngest son was really interested in those, and he started finding it interesting and wanting to know more. My oldest son, who's a teenager, is kind of like, I don't think he wants to think about it really as much, and he has his own world he's focusing on. And then as I started going back and forth, there never seemed to be any problem. It's now that Joy is here, they're going to come because it's 50-50 custody. So they're coming next week. We planned it so that she'd get here for a week before the kids come back, and they know she's here now. So that will be an experience. And we don't know exactly how that will go. I know it's a strange thing for the kids to go through that, but I think it'll work out good. So we're just taking one step at a time with it, really.
Yes. Oh,
welcome to America. Same here. I came here into Utah on a K1 visa.
Wow. Awesome. I haven't seen any Filipino here, guys. Like, I kept looking Filipino.
Digitize the documents. Yeah, we actually have digital versions because she had to have everything. I have it all in a binder, the originals, and then I scanned it all, and then she had a lot of it printed out. But you have some that the U.S. government has that they'll give back to you once we get our green card, right?
I can show you how much I have left there in my.
But they took the big package.
Actually, when I was in the embassy, the thing that he asked me is the divorce decree from Jason, and also my birth certificate, my Cinemar, my NVI. So that's it. But the rest of the paperwork that I have, um, they didn't took it. But when I have my yellow packet, it's a lot. Like there's, I think they have already some of the documents that you send it first when we're filing.
Mm-hmm.
So they attached there. But I have some like the pictures that we printed that they didn't ask because they have already though. So when I got here in America in San Francisco, when they opened it, that's how I saw all the documents. The embassy put it together. Like our picture when we first filing, that's I have my family there together and our adventures in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a great point, though, Scott, to digitize it. There are some things that we need to digitize for sure, like your birth certificate, your Cinemar, your
My
couple other
Cinemar
things.
and birth certificates is all original, guys. Like all original. They're not gonna ask like Xerox or something.
It doesn't make it easier. One, for the first question they will ask is why you didn't petition your child first. So be very careful. Okay. Do you know the time the the time frame regulations that she needs to be in the U.S. before she can go visit? I think if we're applying for citizenship, I've heard that it's a 2-year period
3 year.
that you need to be here without leaving at the start.
I think 3 year.
2 or 3? Okay.
Yeah, 2 or 3 year.
So that's like a hurdle we don't know if we want to jump or not, because we want to be able to go back there and do things and set things up. So, and I have 15-20 years before retirement. So I don't know. We need to talk. We need to talk to like a Social Security guy to see just what's the benefits and what's not the benefits based on
we don't know yet.
based on all that stuff. So it's kind of hard to know. I've only looked into it slightly and heard people talking about it, but it's one of those things that we'll just have to discuss it and come to a conclusion based on what our future goals are. And I don't know yet. So we're still trying to figure it out. And Disney is satanic.
I just want my wife to have a US passport so we can travel together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I heard that they said.
Yeah. That's the main thing. I don't expect her to go travel alone back and forth, or me. You know, we plan to travel together with all the trips we're gonna do, and so that's the important thing for us. Farmers market for groceries. Yeah, there's actually one that started here on Saturday, so we're gonna go check that out this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In Vietnam, the police are there
To extort you before you die.
Oh, what the heck?
That sounds worse than the Philippines.
What program do you use for
video editing? I've been using Final Cut Pro because it's upgrade from the free iMovie that comes with all Macintoshes or Apple computers, and so I'm just used to that, and so I upgraded to Final Cut Pro about halfway through my editing, and I like it. It makes it a lot easier.
I think, my love, you have to remove the background because I think they think that we're not together.
Wait, move over there and let's
See?
pretend.
We're not all together.
Right, yeah, stay right there. Now it looks like we're on a video call.
Yeah.
Your love video is not good. The video looks like you're not together. That's why you're saying what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know how I can change it.
No.
Remove? No, that just removes us. Next time we do it, we won't put this background in it. But just pretend we're together.
Oh, we're together, man. We're together.
I can't wait till you get to America. My wife is worried about the cold winters in Oregon. She has never seen snow before.
Well, I'm sure she can do it. I have a
Yeah.
problem with cold too, like even in the Philippines.
Yeah, she's really cold.
Because I have surgery, so that's kind of like after that I have the cold issues that I don't want to be in aircon or something. But Jason and I were walking today, so
Yeah, we went on a walk. We were out for about an hour and a half,
yeah,
and she did great.
I can
So,
survive, I think.
yeah, she wasn't as cold as she seems to have been the first couple days. When we're cold, you're cold. Hug your boyfriend. Oh,
Aw.
that's what happened so far. Jason, did you have any video of your meeting Joy when she first met after coming to the U.S.? We don't have it right at the moment, but we did film stuff when we were in the car driving.
Yeah.
So it was too hectic trying to figure out where she was and pick her up. And
I have video in the airport though, but since
she had my DJI camera, so she was filming a lot of clips. So I'll have a lot of stuff editing of her coming here.
I have video on the airport because I was waiting with him. But after that, because he said 10 minutes and I'll be there in my 10 minutes, and then, and then I feel so cold and I don't want to film it anymore. And then suddenly he just show up and he's like, "Oh, I saw you," and I was looking at him like I don't want to say anything.
I think I passed her and looked right at her, but she was so mad looking that I was like, that's not Joy. And then I was like, I can't find you. And I circled back around.
But then again, I'm just like that. Like I'm upset, but just like a few minutes, I'm fine.
Yeah, she has a tempo for 1 hour and max.
Like that's how I am. Like I don't go to sleep without talking my loved ones or Lindo.
You understand it?
Video.
I don't know, but thank you.
I only understand the Lindo. I know it's guapo.
When you're cold, hug your fiance.
I'm not in good in Spanish anymore.
My fiance arrives here in Texas tomorrow. So excited! It's been 2 long years. That's awesome.
I'm gonna have my friend though too in Texas. I think there's so much Filipino there.
Yeah.
Hello.
Congratulations, Jason Joy, watching here from Cavite.
Hi, Rhoda. How are you?
Rhoda, from do you Cavite. Know Rhoda? Do you know Rhoda from Cavite?
I didn't know her, but I was in Cavite though. Shh, Monkey Joy. You made it in there. Oh, you remember it. Yeah, it's so sad because there's no tree to climb here. As long as you, bro. As long as you.
Yeah, well, we will.
Illegal in the Philippines, and the daughter father has no to stand or just cripple. My daughter's father was not. He said first. Oh my goodness, that's the same thing on me. He's giving me a hard time, like really from.
She has some stories about him. So well, yeah, we're gonna try to play it safe.
But I hope though he would consider to have our child here because.
Yeah, we just have to approach him the right way with it.
I've been working so many times and I'm not be there for her. So, like.
Document everything so her father doesn't get you for abandonment. Okay. Interesting. Well, the good thing is we're doing the YouTube videos. We're being very kind of capturing as much as we can.
And we don't have the bond under.
Yeah.
We're still supporting her.
Yeah. Exactly. We're going to keep sending money for her school and everything she needs. We waited on 1 year to bring my stepdaughter over. We wanted to get set up here first as I lived with her in the Philippines for 1 year. Okay. So that's kind of sounds similar to our situation. Continued, took my stepdaughter just under 1 year for her visa. Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I was assuming it'd be faster than yours, but
well, that's what they said because kids, they don't have interview. It's all like paperwork. Yeah. And I don't know how the visa process is if you have to go to the embassy and took it, or maybe they just, or maybe just have an appointment to stamp their visa. But I don't know.
It's probably just a lot of work to just get all the different paperwork from all the different everything gathered together.
But what my foreign consul told me is he said after a year that I'm here, I need to start the process on it. So it's gonna be more easier for us.
After a year has passed?
Yeah, that's what he said. In a year, you have to
Okay.
start.
So that means it'll be 2 years before she gets here if it takes a year.
Yeah, she said the sooner is more easier.
Sooner. Okay, so we could start
that
before
was
a
he
year.
told me.
Okay. I live in
Oh,
Sebus, Ohio. I've never heard of that.
who you?
Fortunately, we have a large Asian Latino population here. There are 2 international markets with 20 minutes from my house. That sounds awesome.
Wow, it's been a while since you.
Yeah.
Yes, we don't have
When we're
time.
in the Philippines, we're like, we'll go live every week, and then it's just like, I don't feel like going live. We're tired.
Yes, because
And then the camera doesn't work, or the internet's not working, or this isn't working, or that's not working. It's like, ah! And I get mad, and then I finally like, I don't want to do it anymore.
It's okay,
And then
guys.
she comes and cuddles and makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
It's true story. Hello.
That's crazy.
Do they ask terrorists and other questions similar?
No,
Probably not.
actually, every question is very what should I say is, I mean, every console they ask different question, so they don't expect that if this the other lady experienced the question, the other lady would experience the same. No, they had different question, and the 70 questioner they pick like different question there. So they might ask me about the terrorist thing, but they might don't ask to have other Filipina.
Okay, we're gonna have to go quick through these. There's a lot of questions or
Okay,
comments piling up. We have several Asian markets here in North Carolina.
that's
I
fine.
wish there was markets here.
Thank
VSTEMP
you.
is not used for K1. John Miller says, I'm still here in Manila until 7 p.m. tonight. It's almost 100 Fahrenheit. Yep. That would be a tourist.
Tourist?
Sorry, I'm not following. K1 visa.
Enjoy watching.
Oh, I see the other visa.
Thank
was a tourist
you
visa. Thank you
for being
Edward.
here with us.
But when you have a tourist visa, you can't go to the States for a relationship. And if they catch it and prove it against you, it's not good. It's fraudulent. So that's what I've heard too. If you are in a relationship and then you get a tourist visa and then you go, oh, well, we'll just get married while we're together, or we'll try to like pretend there's a relationship, then it's like a bad situation.
That's what I'm telling to my friend. That's not a good idea.
Yeah. I subscribe to your channel. Thank you, Edward.
Thank you, Edward.
My bad. Our application is a CR1, not K1. Okay.
Oh, there's a lot of CR1.
And what's that? Is that the tourist?
A CR1, I think, is their
working?
No.
Marriage?
I heard to that lady that they had child.
Oh,
their
okay.
boyfriend or girlfriend, and they filed CR1.
Oh,
and she had
because they have a kid.
I remember the one I was telling you, like her fiance already booked a ticket, and then she had the CR1 thing. And the other lady, she said, you better not book, you better reschedule your ticket because CR1 will take time. Yeah, there's a lot.
Wanted to get my wife a tourist visa so she could go to see America and then decide, but they don't make it easy. Yeah, I hear it's not. Congratulations, guys. Are you planning on having a reception in the Philippines as well? Yes. So the plan is super small, just not hard, barely even a wedding here. Just my parents will be there, my kids will be there, maybe my brother, and if someone else wants to show up, and we'll go out to dinner afterwards type thing, and it'll be super simple and to get the paperwork finalized. And then we're going to go plan something bigger in the Philippines, but it'll be probably in a
very
year
simple wedding, and so it's not fancy though.
we'll do the big wedding in the Philippines, and it'll just be more of a wedding for the family.
Well,
So-
maybe in the Philippines, I don't want to be like go. It's not for everybody though. We just wanted to do the wedding
Yeah.
for our family.
Yeah.
Can you take us to the wedding reception, please?
We will try to film some of the. We'll definitely film the wedding in the Philippines. We'll probably film a little bit here, but it's going to be.
It's very simple here. Like
it won't even be like a normal wedding.
I'm not gonna wear like a wedding gown, like a long tail with that.
It's super cheap and simple. My friend is a pastor, so and we'll just try to get him. We just need to set it up, and it'll just be my family, because I don't want to do it here. I'd rather do it there and make it more meaningful to her.
But everyone here is very friendly, guys. I like foreigner, but they're very friendly.
My kids are the same way. They just wanted daddy happy. Yeah.
That's good.
Not many Filipina in Idaho, but there are plenty of potatoes. Yes. She ate Idaho potatoes, and she's like, "Are these are like, they're not sweet. They're just really bland. I don't get it. This is what the potatoes are like." And she's surprised at how big all the fruits are, like onions and potatoes, and
it's blown my mind. Like, oh my goodness.
Start to finish, about just under a year.
Yeah.
From us starting to fill out the paperwork and submitting it and all that stuff to her being here.
Well, if like the what I guess the medical, the US visa thing, they there's a limit on that. There's like a time frame. So if they did like fast, like you can. I might like 1 month you can finish. I didn't mind like 1 month.
You mean once they get approved from the American?
Yeah.
Which takes the longest. I survived 2-step families. Your kids will be fine. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yes.
I'm sure they will. Greetings from Davao City. Actually 15 minutes away from Cataluna. Sorry. I'm not even going to try.
Hello.
Get her a Social Security. Get her a Social Security.
Hello, another day in the Philippines. Sana all. Why you guys kept saying those? Oh, girl. She's a girl or what?
I'm sure her name is Kisses O.
You know what? All I can see for all Filipina that, they don't experience to have a family. It's not just like a competition, girls. Because I hear it over and over in TikTok, like Filipinas, they're fighting. It's not good. We're not having a foreigner just to have competing each other. It's not a competition. Like, it's so sad to see all of you instead to be happy to each other, because you see your other girl, the other Filipino girl that happy with the foreigner, and we should respect that. Like, some people, they're like, why did you marry your grandpa? That's not good. They choose to be happy in that way. Then,
Well, that sounds like we gotta make a video about that, huh?
Well, I didn't do comment, but I was blown up with a lot of people saying those. Like, they kept bashing Filipina. They said like, are they trying to find Filipino just to go to US? In my opinion, no. Do you want to know what I say in the immigration in America? You're going to be like, he asked me if I'm excited and happy to go here in America. I said, not really. If he asked me question why, I'm not going to ask him. I'm not coming in America I'm not coming for America. I'm coming for my fiance though. So it's not about like having a foreigner because we want to go to America. Guys, it's so cold here.
Not in all of America.
I know.
Okay. Congrats. I'm glad you're here. Feel free to contact my wife or myself if you have any questions. I've been a long time
Where is
follower from the
Andy?
beginning. I don't recognize who it is
Where are
because
you?
it doesn't show the.
Is he in America too, or Utah, wherever?
I don't remember. Thanks, Andy. You can hit us up. Send us an email.
Actually, some of our
through the YouTube channel, and
viewers they know about my Facebook. You can
yeah,
connect on my
and
Facebook.
we can connect better that way and remember who everybody is. DaVinci Resolve is extremely complex and hard to learn when you have no ability. Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't want to try to learn something brand new.
I'm looking for it.
I'll be looking forward to your new videos from the US. It's always fun to see.
Thank you.
We will make some. Love y'all's story. I have a lady in Bohol. Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations.
You prepared for allergies new and old and a lot of dry skin due to weather. Yeah, we got a lot of cream for dry skin.
Yeah, it got me cream. The reaction of the new experience.
Joy, what is the most surprising thing about the United States to you? Like, is there anything different here that you did not expect?
Well, everything here is different. That's all I can say. Like everything is different. I'm shocked with well, we have a big mall in the Philippines though, but for me it's still shocking here. Like, whoa, you know, and I think the way they help people here. Like, if it's no way they have someone like a highway patrol, and if there's something happen or someone call the police, there's someone like show up. That's very amazing, you know. We don't have like that in the Philippines, guys. So
it seems way more organized and clean to you than what you're used to.
It's very clean and very all the drivers very respectful the way they drive. It's not like in the Philippines, like
they don't.
They cross each other and they don't care if they're banging each other. So, you know.
Here's the translation. Beautiful video. Hello from Mexico. Blessings. In that Spanish comment.
Oh, okay.
Both of you are awesome human beings. So I hope God blesses you both in a speedy process.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
How long
were you LDR before meeting the first time? I forgot. 3 months.
4 months.
4 months.
We're 4 months.
Thanks for catching and putting it together. I'm just trying to help your followers.
Thank you, Andy.
Yes, thank you.
We appreciate it.
CR1 is spousal. Visual K1 is fiance.
Yes. So now
I have watched your entire journey. Glad to see you're a real man and so good to her. I learned with my South African wife, it is important for her to connect with a network other than other South Africans. I know one Filipino lady in church that we were trying to actually meet with. She was there last time we were there, but we weren't able to connect.
Yes, I was so happy with their church though. Everyone's like, "Hi, hello." You know, it's overwhelmed.
Thank you.
Please, I want to marry her sister. Oh my God.
No, you don't.
Guys, my sister is already taken.
You don't need to. That's good enough.
Okay, where's the other ladies that they're trying to find for her? You guys are commenting here and you know each other.
Flying back to States. That's tough. I hate that moment when you have to fly back. Pennsylvania. Okay, Andy.
I message you on every video. Oh yeah.
I don't. It doesn't show your avatar though, Andy. So I'm a visual guy, so it just has the.
What does an mean, lo?
It means like. I don't even know how to explain.
It's like they're impressed. It's like they're impressed that you have a foreigner. You know.
Yes, Andy, you have our permission to go to the Facebook. Joy is basically on Facebook. I don't touch Facebook. I just don't like it. So, you know.
Yeah, I have Facebook and I have Robin Smile page.
But that's more about.
But it's like more about my mission work thing. But you can reach me on my Facebook as Joy Tejo Brubaker. We can. Yeah, some of our followers they already reached me out there. I don't know how they find me, but they find me.
They found you. Yeah. What are the temperatures here in Idaho? It was like 50 today when we went on a walk.
Yeah,
It's really chilly, but it dropped right before
it's
Joy
gonna
came.
warm now.
But it's gonna warm up really quick, really quick. Congrats. How long was your individual process once you received
You
the
see,
USC approval? About 2 months, I think, because we received it right when I flew there. We got it,
yeah, we
and then I was there 5 weeks. Came back. It took another month, and then you're here.
yes,
A month
2 months.
and a half. So 2.5 months probably.
Yeah, because we didn't find already because we're in vacation. Joy, what is the biggest shock you experienced when you got? Uh, what is the biggest? When I thought that's summer,
Yeah, it's
because
just the cold.
because you said it's summer, so
Yeah.
I think that's why uh my my attitude she said like you should bring your jacket, and I was really confident to say no, it's summer there. So I have just my coat, that the one I wear on my visa interview.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really expecting that was really cold. When I step out in the airport, it's make it that's the big shocking on me. Like, wow.
Yeah.
And yes, at the also shocking thing is the eggplant here. It's so big.
The eggplant. That's the only one that's. It's all the fruits from what your reaction.
And the onions, and I was like, how could I, you know what, one thing that came up on my head, like how I can make tortang talong if the eggplant is so big like this. Because you know in the Philippines we have like a really thin the eggplant, the we can just fill off like that, and we can make torta, the one we ate yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I made already though, and he tried it already.
Oh my goodness, my life has already changed amazingly. She's making food constantly, and it's just like.
But I was trying to
It's like
adjust
heaven.
because it feels like I don't know how it tastes, but with him it's like it's good. But for me it's like no, because the ingredient it's not Filipino. But yeah, I kinda learned. I learned how to make Chinese food, so I'm sure.
You're gonna move to Philippines in a year. I should bring Joy to Florida. It's 92 degrees here in Florida. Hook me up with a good Filipina.
Huh? You know what's the problem?
Summers, take her to Texas or Florida. She'll feel like home. Say what you're gonna say.
You know what's the problem? Like hook up with a Filipino. Every Filipino they have different attitudes, so you know. I think
Yeah, we've heard mixed reactions to finding other Filipinas. Like even other Filipinos were like, don't connect with the Filipinos. They try to sabotage you.
yeah, I had that though. I met this person in the airport in Taiwan, because I don't know in Taiwan. Like it was my first time to get out in the Philippines, so I didn't really know where to came. And then I saw this person like, where are you going? And he said, in San Francisco. I was like, I'm with a lady that going to Canada, so I was like, oh, you gotta go with you. And then I go with them, and there's couple Filipino too, and they said like, here, the good thing that you met the nice Filipino, because sometimes they sabotage you, which is I think it's true. I hear that so many people here like they said when you're Filipina and you guys together in the United States, it's like you're enemies. And which is it's true, because I've been heard a lot of TikToks that they should be get along together, but they both fighting. So I don't like that they're treating like a competition having a foreigner. It's not a competition.
Yeah. Do the grocery stores seem way too big inside?
Well, in our place we have a public market that we can pick a lot of food, but here they don't have. But their grocery store, it's way bigger than
And
us.
I haven't even taken you to Costco.
And we went to Winco. Oh my goodness, it's blown my mind.
She went to Walmart, Fred Meyer, Winco, and
Ross.
Ross.
You
Dress
went
for
to
less.
the thrift store.
Went to a thrift store.
When go.
She was impressed with the thrift store.
I was impressed here. Like really.
She got this.
I got this in the thrift store, but it's
and
kid
two other
size.
fuzzy things.
I like fuzzy because like it's getting warmer. So yeah, it's very big inside. Like they had a lot of things that I didn't know.
Yeah, we are in Idaho, not Colorado. Do Philippines speak Spanish? There are Spanish words mixed in to the Philippine dialects, depending on which.
In Zamboanga's area, they speak Chabacano, which is Spanish.
It is just Spanish?
Yeah.
Which area is that?
Uno, dos, tres. In Zamboanga, part of Mindanao.
Part of Mindanao. Okay.
Buenos dias, gracias.
There you go. That's some good info right there. Go to Mindanao.
Yeah.
Nice background photos. Thank you. All right. We got through the comments, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. It's been over an hour and 20 minutes. So we're going to cut this off. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with us and asking questions. And do you have anything you want to say before we go?
Well, thank you so much for being here with us today. Today, tonight.
Yeah, today, tonight, whenever.
Today, tonight.
I'm trying to edit a short video about a market in Davao. And so hopefully within the week, I'll have that one edited. It'll be pretty simple, though, because now that she's here, I'm not going to just sit at the computer all day and edit. So we're probably going to change a little bit how we move forward with the YouTube channel. But we'll keep at it. Yeah. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much for supporting us.
The next stream, I think the subject will be... More. Oh no, you can't comment anymore. I think the next stream is going to be culture shock of moving to America and all the things, all the kind of what we were talking about here, but it'll be all about that subject.
Yeah, if you guys can ask some question, I still have. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook. I was active there, and I have also on TikTok if you guys want to. I was updated on Facebook too.
Yep. All right, guys. That's it for now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for supporting us and supporting us. It means a lot, and we will talk to you soon.
We love you.
Love you. Ending stream. Bye.